Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Well guys, in this video I'm going to tell you 10 most common mistakes in IELTS writing. Exactly, whenever you write your essays or you write your reports or you write letters, there are 10 most common mistakes in IELTS writing, and within few minutes I'm going to tell you at least if you're making or committing these 10 mistakes. After watching this short video, you will not be able or you will never make such type of mistakes. Okay, so let's make a start. The first thing is the word people is always plural, so please don't say peoples. Okay, peoples, people are always talking about him, so it should be people are, not people is, right? So people are always talking about him, and never say peoples. The people in the room were starting to get nervous. The people in the room were starting to get nervous. So not the people in the room was. Okay, and don't add s with people. It's people. In speaking also, don't say peoples are. It should be people are, and never say people is, right? Okay, now let's go on. We clear it. We've got some more. So let's talk about the next two common mistakes. Okay, after would rather, use infinitive without to. You know, we use the verb with to, like to go, to come, to eat, to enjoy, and all that. After would rather, I would rather. Okay, when you want to say that, for example, or a past tense, not a present tense. If you want to use a past tense, if you want to use verb form, you will use past tense, that is second form of the verb. For example, I'd rather stay at home this evening. I'd rather to stay at home will be wrong, so do not add to. I'd rather stay at home this evening means this evening I will not go outside. I'd rather stay at home. I'd rather means I would prefer to stay at home. I'd rather means I would rather stay at home. So don't say I would rather to stay at home. That will be wrong. I would rather you paid me in cash. Not I would rather you pay me in cash. If you want to use this verb, for example, I would rather you paid me in cash, right? I would rather you paid me in cash, like that. Now let's go on. The third common mistake, use an ing form after be or get used to. That is important. You need to use ing form. For example, I am used to driving. I am used to speaking English. You cannot say I am used to speak English. I am used to go there. I am used to going there. I am used to learning Chinese. I am used to waking up early in the morning. So I am used to driving in London now, but it was hard at the beginning. Not I am used to drive. You have to use ing form. I'll never get used to. Get used to. Okay, I'll never get used to living in this place. Future. For example, you shift to a new city and you don't like it and you say, I'll never get used to living in this place. That is another used to without is, am, are. For example, I used to be a cricketer. I used to cry a lot. That is past discontinued habit. I used to go to school very early in the morning. I used to work hard during my exam days. Past discontinued habit. Okay, but when you use is, am, are with used to, when you use get used to, after that you will use ing form of the verb. I am used to working hard now. I was used to working hard means you had a habit. I used to work hard. I was used to working hard, like that. Okay, alright, this video is gonna be very helpful to you guys. Let's just go on a little. Come on. Okay, we've got two more things here. I'll teach you 10. How long are you there for? Very common mistake in IELTS speaking test. Let me tell you, in IELTS speaking part 1, there will always be a question. How long have you been living in this city? How long have you been learning this language? How long have you been going to this shopping mall? How long have you been? So how long are you here is wrong. How long have you been here is right. How long have you been here? With how long you can use present perfect. With how long you can use present perfect continuous. How long have you been here? Means when did you come here? How long have you been here? How long have you been living here? If you want to use verb, you will use ing form of the verb. Is a question about future. How long are you here for? How long are you here for is correct. Till Easter or whatever you want to say. How long are you here for? How long are you here for is a question about the future. So how long are you here for? But you should actually, I would advise you to focus two tenses only. Forget about it all. Forget about it all. Okay, I know English grammar too. Just focus present perfect and present perfect continuous. In IELTS speaking part 1, they asked you this question. How long have you been learning this language? I've been learning this language for 2 years now. I started learning it 2 years ago. At that time I was at college, and even now I'm practicing my French. Something like this. Okay. All right, let's go on. Number 5, don't use could to talk about something that you succeeded in doing. For example, I managed to run 10 kilometers yesterday in under an hour. I managed to run, not I could run 10 kilometers yesterday. How many eggs were you able to get? Not could you able to get. How many eggs were you able to get? So you can use this, were you able to get, and I managed to run 10 kilometers. Like I could run 10 kilometers is an ability, but if you ran for 10 kilometers, then you say I managed to run 10 kilometers yesterday in under an hour. Okay, so few more and then that's going to be it. Oh gosh, yeah, here we are. Now we've got some indirect questions, usually have the same construction as statements. I asked where her parents were, not usually I asked where were her parents. Okay, I asked where her parents were, not I asked where were her parents. Where were, no, where is not for a question, where is for location. Where her parents were. Where means location. It's positive sentence. Where were her parents is interrogative. Okay. Next, the policeman wanted to know where I lived. Not the policeman wanted to know where did I live. No, policeman wanted to know where I lived. She wanted to know what I did. She wanted to know what I did, not what did I do. What did I do? This is a common mistake, so you can avoid it in speaking as well. Next, to say that something is not necessary, use needn't or don't have to, not mustn't. You needn't pay now, tomorrow will be okay. Right? Not you mustn't pay now, tomorrow will be okay. So instead of mustn't, it's a good idea to use needn't. I don't have to wear a tie at work. Not I mustn't wear a tie at work. Mustn't is stronger, but mustn't is also correct. But I don't have to wear a tie at work is normal and it's fine. Okay. All right, few more and then we come towards the conclusion. Yeah, that's it. So everything is a singular word. Everything. Don't say everything are. Everything was broken. Don't say everything were broken. Everything is a singular word, not everything were. Is everything ready? Is everyone there? Right? Not are everyone there. Use because or so, but not both together. Either you can use because or you can use so. Because the train was late, I missed the meeting. Because the train was late, I missed the meeting. Or the train was late, so I missed the meeting. The train was late, so I missed the meeting. But not because the train was late, so I missed the meeting. Okay? So and because should not come together. Because the train was late, I missed the meeting. Or the train was late, so I missed the meeting. All right, we say something to a person. She never says hello to me. Not she never says me hello. Okay, so she never says hello to me. She never says hello. She never says me hello. No, not says me hello. She never says hello to me. Andrew has said nothing to Peter. Not Andrew has said Peter nothing. Andrew has said nothing to Peter. Okay, not Andrew has said Peter nothing. Okay, that's not right. So these are some common mistakes, and you know, these mistakes are different from culture to culture, country to country. Different people have different mistakes. I've noticed that my students who are in Singapore, they have different mistakes. My students who are in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, India, Pakistan, they have different mistakes. Even my African students, they have different mistakes. So some mistakes are region to region as well. Thank you so much. I teach IELTS online all over the world and in campus in Lahore, Pakistan, and we book IELTS tests as well on your behalf in Pakistan all over the country. If you're planning to come to Pakistan to take your IELTS test, or if you are in Pakistan and you want to book your IELTS exam, we offer you IELTS test booking services absolutely without any extra charge. Thank you so much. Take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.